called bomb cyclone. So what is bomb cyclone? And when was the bomb cyclone came into picture? It's an extra tropical. Okay, it is what? Extra tropical, or also called temperate cyclone. So it's a low pressure center. It's a type of what? Low pressure center which developed in the mid-latitude areas. Developed in the mid-latitude areas. And this and to declare any temperate or extratropical or low pressure centers of mid-latitude as bomb cyclone. So what is the requirement? This is a sudden deepening of low pressure. For this to declare any cyclone of temperate areas as a bomb cyclone is a rapid fall of what? Of pressure. Like within what called 24 hours, like within what? 24 hours atmospheric pressure falls by 24 millibar. That kind of situation arise, then it will turn into a bomb cyclone. So what happened in the low pressure area in a cyclone is surrounded by what called high pressure center. And this development of low pressure is a sudden process. So as a result, what happened? The wind from surrounding will suddenly rush to fill this, and when they start circulating in the counterclockwise in northern hemisphere and the clockwise in the southern hemisphere, and this become a storm actually, and become a storm, and the storm means the winds become very, very strong, and strong winds with the speed may comes to around 120 to 155 kilometers per hour. So strong that the strong winds, and this is a winter season, and it's producing a cold winds called as what? Blizzard. So and cold waves, it will generate what? Cold waves. So how this is happening and where does it happen? It happens due to various reasons. What is the cause for bomb cyclone formation? Anyone? What is the reason for bomb cyclone formations? And where does it form? Where does it form? So first is meeting of two alternate air masses, cold air mass and warm air masses meet. Wherever cold and warm air masses what? Meets up, whatever the locations. Okay. That location is a location and formation of front actually. That's a location of formation of what? Front. So in where the situation is mainly happening, can you guess? But bomb cyclone is a rare phenomenon. Cold and warm air masses meets up. So cold air of Arctics, cold air of what? Cold air mass of which region? Arctic region. Come and start meeting with the warm air of warm air masses of tropical areas of water bodies, especially of oceanic bodies, maybe of Atlantic or maybe of Pacific. So in between them, the boundary created, and this boundary is called what? Front. So this generally are developed as a polar front. This geography is called as which front? Called polar front. So cold and warm air meets and develop what called front. So front is a boundary, and the front, across the front there exists steep what? Temperature gradient. Steep what? Pressure gradient exists. And so temperature gradient or pressure gradient means the difference in temperature and pressure across this front is very, very high, and that produces the which cyclones? Temperate cyclones. And this is called process or extratropical cyclone or a wave cyclone get developed. Okay, get developed. So as a result of this, when this process becomes sudden, that is called bombogenesis. Called as what? Called bombogenesis. Bombogenesis means temperate cyclone development is a which process? Sudden process. It's not rare, it keep on happening actually. So here the cold dry air masses from Arctic region try to take place the warm air masses of the tropical areas or subtropical areas. So all this is happening. Okay, nowadays this cycle bombogenesis is a sudden process become intensified. So and this is having strong cold. Okay, so cold air is replacing what warm air suddenly. So what is actually happening bombogenesis? Well, cold air from Arctic is arising. This is cold air. Okay, and this is what happened to the warm air of the ground. So it start rising towards the sky actually. So this is from everywhere the cold air is trying to replace and the warm air start rising upward. And because of this process, at the center low pressure suddenly get deepens. So that was speedily movement of cold air towards warm air and warm air rises vertically upward that created this rapid fall of what? Fall of pressure in this area. And then so deepening or low pressure is around what 24 millibar within what? Within 24 hours took place. And that resulting into bombogenesis. So that was intensification of bomb take place. Nowadays, this situation is getting more. Nowadays, because of climate change, bombogenesis or bomb cyclones created cold waves, created strong winds, wind chill effect is getting more and more, and that is resulting into deaths of various people, large number of people in US and Canada actually. So why this nowadays bomb cyclones are getting more? Because of climate change. Because of which change called climate change. Arctic region is warming more and more than the global warming. So first factor in the recent time is what called because of climate change or global warming. Arctic region is more warming than what? Than global warming. Then what called global warming at the more than double rate actually. Twice, two times more. Two times what? More than the global warming. That's around that. That's the first reason. Second is polar jet streams in this area are getting stronger. Polar jet stream is stronger and becoming more and more what? Zigzag. Okay, and this zigzag pathways of polar, it's called rose by waves. Please go through technically. So now where jet streams are there, suppose this is a globe, imagine. Now this jet stream is moving around 60 degrees like this. If all jet streams in upper atmosphere move from west to east, this is a jet stream. It's called which jet stream called polar jet stream, which is moving from this. And due to the climate change, what is happening? This jet stream is getting more and more zigzag. And this kind of situation is called, which waves called rose by waves. And more zigzagness is what? More formation of what? Hello? Low pressures. I hope you got this. बच्चों समझ में आ रहा है सभी को? Like everyone are getting this? Yeah. Once again, this technically I'm talking about. Nowadays, the bomb most cyclone this or bomb cyclone is not a rare phenomenon. It keep on happening. Okay, but nowadays in the recent decades, this recent year, this phenomena is getting intensified because of that cold waves are getting extreme, or the strong winds in the or like blizzards are happening more. Chill effect is more in the winter season. Why? Reason is climate change. So first climate change, I'm repeating for you all. Because of climate change, Arctic region is getting more warming than the other parts of the world, global warming, around more than the double. Polar jet streams are getting stronger and getting more zigzag. Zigzag means more meandering is reported from there. And more meandering means what will happen? Suppose this Arctic cold air, and this is called warm air. So as a result, this low pressures that more and more get developed. As well as polar vortex of the northern and southern hemisphere, this is getting weaker, is becoming what? Weaker and what? All these three technical reasons is increasing intensity and frequency of what called both cold cold waves, and cold waves are associated with what called? With cyclones? Bomb cyclone, thunderstorm activity. So this bomb cyclone is associated with which process? Come on, what is the meteorological significance of what? Significance of bomb cyclone. Kya kya hoga? Come on. What is the impact of from meteorological purposes? Can you say anyone? What is the meteorological impact of bomb cyclone? So high, it's a low pressure area. So high rainfall, or in some location, maybe what called heavy is snowfall. Okay, it will pretty strong winds. So in the form of stormy weather condition, is also forming what called thunderstorm. So is fueling what thunderstorm activity. So this season, mainly in the winters, become extreme actually cold. Winters make what? Extreme cold because it can form anytime. Okay. And there's a wind chill effect. Wind chill effect is there. And because so the temperature falls to minus 45 degree, is it to minus 50 degrees Celsius. And that has like water supplies, electricity. So if, other effects are also being observed, like electricity failed because of this. A lot of electricity is required for warming. And so the electric failure or the power failures are reported everywhere. Even this supply chain of what called? Supply chain of get disrupted because everyone get locked up in their rooms actually because of extreme coldness. I hope you got this other socio-economic effect. I have completed this topic, everyone. So I have covered the December 20 to current affairs related to geography. So any queries you want to ask to me, everyone is welcome. Hello? Any queries are there, or I just end up the session? Cold wind flow, right? I hope session might be beneficial to you all. कुछ फायदा हुआ? I hope right. So just I will be covering entire 12 months of current affairs of geography. Every week I will be taking one session within these 2 months or 3 months, 2.5 months, everything will be covered. So whatever is covered in the news and have some linkages with the basic facts, if it is required, I'm assuming you have some information. So thank you all of you. Take care. Goodbye. Over to you, sir. किसी कुछ पूछ रहा है तो पूछ लीजिए. नहीं, किसी को नहीं पूछना. सबको अच्छा लगा, I hope so. Economic geography PDF asked to this, sir. So I will be covering entirely in details. Thank you all of you. Chalo, bye. Bye. I'm saving this PDF. You will get it actually. Okay. And this entire lecture, I'm saving it in the form of this called PPT. The way I've written, you just get the same format. Raw material, you will get it. Is it fine?